Hello, everybody. So, just watched Survivor season 43, episode 9. Um, it was interesting. If you remember, last time we had what was her name? The Asian lady. She went home. Janine. Yes, it's Janine. Janine went home. And I think there was only maybe one person that didn't vote for her, and that person was Owen. If you remember, Owen had safety because he won the individual immunity. And turns out, 2 minutes before tribal, he a- asked asked James. Uh, he asked James who should he vote for, as because he wants to, he no longer wants to be at the bottom of the number, so he's trying to, sort of show some sort of trust and kind of work with him. So he asked James who should he vote for. James tells him to vote for Ryan. Well, we come to this week, and he's upset because James obviously set him up. James have him vote for Ryan, and now he looks like the only guy that's not voting the right way. So then everyone has an excuse to just kind of get rid of him. And so Owen pulls aside Sammy and Gabler, and Sammy tells him that James wanted to keep anyone from letting him know where the votes were actually going. So Sammy wanted to tell him where the vote was going, but James prevented it. Although we do find out that Gabler actually told him where the vote was going to go prior to where the voting was. So he knew which way to vote because Gabler told him, but he still voted for Ryan, and then he's mad at James for setting him up. Because he didn't trust Gabler. He's mad at James. So he's mad at James. He doesn't want to talk to James. James is a little crybaby for some reason. I didn't see that coming. He's a grown man. I would expect him to be able to deal with confrontation like an adult and not whine like a little bitch. But that's what he chose to do. He decides to whine like a little bitch. He's like, oh, Owen's all mad at me. He doesn't want to talk to me. I'm still cordial to him, all this stuff. It was annoying. So we go after that straight to immunity challenge. And the challenge is they have to now keep pressure on a bar that's holding up a ball that's above their heads. And if they release the pressure, the ball drops. All right. So they're split into two teams of 5. And the team that holds up the ball the longest wins peanut butter and jelly. And, and they also get to, I guess they get to go to tribal last. So they're going to be voting individually. So each team of 5 is going to be voting individually. And so the advantage of going last is the first team that goes in votes someone out, and that person goes right to jury to join Janine. And the next team that comes after gets to see who gets voted out from the other 5, and they can make the decision from there. All right. So the ones to win. So on each team, one person is going to win individual immunity. So no matter who lasts, whatever the longest. So whoever the last person is on each team gets an individual immunity. The one on there's a red team and a blue team. They split them into 2 groups. The one to win for the blue team was Carla. She won individual immunity, but she didn't outlast the red team, so they didn't get the reward. The one to win on the red team was Cody. Cody won for the red team, and they won the reward as well. All right. So they go back, they go to separate tribal camps. All right. So so the blue team who lost, they go all the way to the old tribal camp that had pretty much nothing in there. And the red team go back to tribal camp that they've been sharing for a while now. On the red team, the two people up to be nominated is because on the red team there's Cody, there's Jesse, there's Ryan, Gabler, and the last one I don't remember. I think her name is Cassie. I'm just gonna call her feminist chick. So that's that team. So Ryan still wants to vote out feminist chick. I don't know why. It still hasn't been explained. I don't know why he has a problem with her. I understand why she has a problem with him because he tried to vote her out. But I don't know why he doesn't like her. He just never explains it. Or maybe they just don't show the footage. I don't know. So that's weird. So they're going after each other. And now Cody and Jesse kind of have to decide where they're going to go either way because they're worried about the team of Carla, James, and Feminist Chick. They're worried about that team kind of banding together and using other people to come and get them out. So they're thinking of getting rid of Feminist Chick, but also Ryan, who they can also get rid of, is he's, I guess they see him as a possible comp beast that can win a lot of stuff in the future. So they want to get rid of him for that. So Ryan, obviously, being terrible at this game, doesn't do much talking or strategizing. He just goes straight to like fishing or whatever the hell he does with his time, just gathering food. It's stupid. He goes and does that. Feminist chick, she politics a little bit, but she didn't want to overdo it, so she went and sit down. Jesus Christ. Cody, I'm so terrible with it. Cody and Jesse decided that what they're going to do is that they get a chance to see who's going to get voted out. So they decide if James goes, then they're going to vote out feminist chick. If someone else goes, then they're going to vote out Ryan. That's what they decide to do. They go and tell Gabler that's what the plan. They trust him, all this stuff. They build trust with him, whatever. Then we have on the other team, we have Carla, Sammy, Noel with the one leg, and Owen and James. All right. So Owen and James obviously against each other now. And because Owen's still trying to save himself and James still is trying to get rid of Owen. And of course, they had that whole conflict where James made him vote for the wrong person, all that stuff. So this is how everyone is against Owen. He doesn't have much numbers on his side. So I'm thinking he's going home. But then out of nowhere, Noel tells James that she's going to use her extra vote to, her stealer vote to steal James's vote, to steal Owen's vote. And James was like, okay. So she kind of explains to him that she's going to do that to kind of, I don't know why he thought that helps him because they already had the numbers. So I don't know why. I guess he thought that maybe, okay, if she's doing that in case numbers flip or whatever, they still have more extra numbers. Maybe that's what he thought. If she has 2 votes because she steals someone else's vote and he votes the same way that she does, then they have the majority no matter what. I can see how he can get convinced with that. So she tells him that. Then she goes to Owen and Sammy and she tells them that she told James that she's going to steal Owen's vote, pointing at Owen while she's talking to Owen. Says, I told him I'm going to steal your vote, but what I didn't tell him is that I'm going to steal your vote and vote for him. And the plan was she's going to do that in order to make him feel comfortable so that he doesn't play his knowledge is power advantage, which can, as long as he knows she has an advantage, he can take it from her. So it's a brilliant move where she can use it at first before he can steal it. And she can use it to get rid of him and make him feel comfortable. So I approve. After she said it, I approve. Because I thought she was gonna go get rid of Owen, but she surprised me. She's deciding to play the game now. She doesn't have much allies, and this is not going to get her further in the game, but it's a good move. Then Sammy was very confusing. Now he's on board with the plan to get rid of James, but he wants to keep Carla on board. So he's trying to convince her to vote out James, and she doesn't want to vote out James because she's been working with James the whole time, and she thinks James is useful. So he's still trying to get her to do that, and I don't understand. You know what? I'm gonna give him a break. I'm gonna give Sammy a break because all of his moves that he's done have been kind of scatterbrained to me, but for some reason he keeps coming out on top. His name is never up for to go home. Even when he's in the bottom of the numbers, people pull him into alliances. He's killing the game at the moment. Even better than people that have advantages, and he's never had an advantage, and he's killing the game better than them. All right, so I'm gonna give him a break. All right, so they go to tribal. The first team to go to tribal is obviously the blue team with the 2 people up for eviction. Is Owen and James. Me personally, I don't give a shit who goes. To me, I would rather James go because I find them both annoying, but I think James is more annoying. And also, James, every time I see him, he looks dirty. James looks like the kind of guy that if he invited you over to his house, he would just have clothes everywhere and shit all over the place, and you wouldn't even be able to sit down. He just seems dirty. Owen seems cleaner, but he's also annoying. So it's just a battle of who do I like more, and I'm gonna go with the dude. When I look at him, I don't feel like I have to like dust myself down. So I'm gonna go with Owen. Hopefully he stays. So they go to tribal, and they talk. The conversations are never interesting. So as soon as they're done with the talking, Noelle right away, she uses the steal a vote. I didn't know this, but the steal a vote, she had to use it in public and announce whose vote she's going to be stealing. So she says she's going to be stealing Owen's vote, and Owen smiles and nods, which should be a clue to James that something is going on, but he doesn't pick up on it. Because even what the hell is the host's name? I can't remember his name. I'm so terrible with names. Anyways, even the host calls him out on the fact that he smiles and nods, even though his votes get stolen. James doesn't pick up on it. Just over there looking dirty. And they go to the vote, and then there's 1 vote on James, 1 vote on Owen. James is smiling. Another vote on James. James is not smiling anymore. Owen is smiling. And then James gets voted out, and he's gone, and he's salty. I mean, he's talking all kinds of mess to them. He's like, "Oh, good luck with the game now." So James goes home, and I believe Sammy was successful in convincing Carla to vote out James as well. So James is gone and salty, and he's on the, what is it called? God damn it. Is it the council? What do you call the people that get voted out but gets to vote for who wins? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. My brain is scattered at the moment. Then that is over. James is gone. Then the next group comes in to vote, and the 2 people up to get removed is Ryan and feminist chick. This one is a little bit simpler, and also they're way more boring, like impossibly boring. Even their conversations is worse than the first group. I couldn't give a shit. So I think I skipped that. I'm pretty sure I skipped a lot of that. And then we go to the vote, and one vote Ryan, one vote feminist chick, and then two votes Ryan. And after that, Ryan knew it was done. As long as there's two votes against him, he knew it was over. And three votes Ryan, and he's gone. So Ryan is out, and James is out of the game, which was weird to me that they would do that, because prior to that, they had a plan where they said that if they saw James up there, they would vote out feminist chick, but they didn't do that. But I'm guessing because they saw that James is up there, they realized that that group is not as tight, and they decided to get rid of Ryan because he's a bigger threat, which doesn't make sense, because Ryan is a shield, and freaking Cody has been winning stuff. So he would want it. Why wouldn't he want to keep Ryan around? Why would he get rid of Ryan and keep feminist chick, a chick that hasn't won anything and would be completely on board to get rid of people that are challenge threats? Like, that's just stupid. But that's what he chose to do. And that was the end of the episode. And I couldn't be more disappointed. It was an absolute waste of time. But next week looks like, surprise, surprise, not so surprising, they're going to be targeting Cody and Jesse. But mostly it's probably going to be Cody. So till next time.